Okay.
Thank you. All right, so I'm calling the select board meeting, Zoom meeting to order on September 30th, 2022. Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year to our Jewish friends, and we've got a very short agenda. So we're going to start out with the public piece, which is the extension of Ryan Newell's contract. So I know it says consent. I'm going to pull it because there's something I want to say about this one. So that's our one topic before we go into executive session. So the current plan, assuming that we all agree on the contract in our executive session, is to potentially be able to publicly vote on the contract prior to town meeting. And this is per Mr. Purple's suggestion on October 13th. So we're going to post a 6 o'clock meeting for the 13th to be able to do this. At the same time, since we're having a public meeting, we will go ahead and put on the agenda to start the process to replace the lieutenant position that night and try to get our steps in place for that so we can keep this rolling as fast as we can and get both things done sooner than later. So the new news is that the final step, besides what we're doing today to get this done for Ryan, is the psychological report, and that has been speeded up. The psychologist has a vacancy she didn't know she had, so we should be able to, on the 13th, if we agree today in executive session on this contract, be able to swear him in on the 13th. So Jim Haggerty's aware of this. He'll be there to do that piece of it. So we may well have a new police chief that night. Mark, you want to amplify, agree, disagree with anything I said?
No, I don't really have any color to add to it. I think, like I said, there was a vacancy in the schedule for the psychiatrist. Moved up the testing and interview date to next week. So we should have the results of that report, within a couple of days. And so, you could schedule another meeting, or you could simply wait until the night of town meeting and just meet a half hour before and vote the contract in publicly. It'll be convenient because Jim Haggerty will be there and, could perform the swearing in. And then we can work towards I know that Vanessa and Ryan have been talking about the date for a formal ceremony, looking at a Sunday afternoon, 3, 4 in the afternoon, I think something along those lines. And it would be later in the month. I'm not sure. I think October 23rd, Vanessa she's shaking her head. Yes. So the tentative date, but as soon as that gets firmed up, I'll make sure to inform the board about that and send out a general message. But at this point, I think I would just pencil in the afternoon of the 23rd if you're available.
Vanessa, can you poll the select board after this and see who's all available to make sure that that's going to work?
Yes,
you should be there. Okay. Everybody agree with that plan as far as moving forward with this? Okay. All right. So the reason that the consent agenda said to extend to 10/31 is just out of a total abundance of caution. To make sure we've got a date, we don't have to do this again. So obviously we don't think we need October 31st, but if we did, we got that piece of it done. Okay.
Yeah. I did speak with Ryan about this, so he understood why the 31st.
Okay, good,
So
good job. Yeah, that's
he was
good.
fine with that.
Okay, so I am going to make a motion to extend the acting police chief status to 10/31 from the current 10/1/22.
Second.
Any further discussion? All right, we're on Zoom again, so roll call vote. Andrew.
Aye.
Sam.
Aye.
Lisa.
aye.
Chelsea.
Aye.
And Cook is aye. All right, so 5-0 to extend to 10/31. Okay, so that's it as far as the public portion of the meeting. So now I am going to move to enter into executive session per MGL Chapter 38, Section 21, and not return to open session to discuss contract negotiations for the police chief using exemption 2. As I have determined, an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the town's position.
Second.
Okay. All right, roll call vote. Andrew.
Aye.
Sam.
Aye.
Lisa.